Spring football coverage continues here on GoSycamores.com. It's now time to get to know the tight end position group with new position coach, Tyler Funk. Coach Funk, great to have you here in Terre Haute.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
How's spring ball going so far for the tight ends?
It's going great, and the way it's orchestrated for our guys is we put a lot on them, but we've been blessed with a group of great kids with high intelligence and a passion for football. So they make it really easy on me, and they make it really easy on us as a staff, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Before you got here, you were able to spend time at Mount Union. Even though you weren't there for a long, long time, what did you really take away during your time at Mount Union that really benefited you just as a coach being in that program?
Well, I'll tell you what, I had the ability to be around a coaching staff that were just so passionate about football, and that it really taught me how to go above and beyond in everything that I do, and it really taught me the importance of the day in and day out grind, and making sure that we always used to say grind out good days, which meant there's going to be instances where the timing's not great, you don't really necessarily want to be doing what you're doing sometimes, and this is the coaching staff and the players, and the program itself with Coach Larry Karras and Coach Vince Karras, our head coach, it teaches you that no matter what situation you're in, you got to have the ability to grind out a good day no matter what the circumstance. So me as a young coach, having the ability to be around early in my career a program that is such a great championship program, it taught me that it taught me to help the players realize how important every day is.
You brought up the importance of attacking every day. Many folks may think it's springtime right now, football doesn't really get off and running until the fall. Why are these days so critical?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, and if you know one thing about me is that I'm the most competitive person you're going to meet ever. So right now, not necessarily, we're not practicing to defeat an opponent right now. I'm trying to win every single day, and that's how you have to be if you want to be a champion. And that's what we're trying to instill in this team right now, is that every single day you're trying to win everything you do. And that's the biggest thing with spring practice, is that you get out of the teaching the kids to get out of this mentality that it's just something that we're not trying to defeat an opponent right now. It's just kind of going. We're trying to learn fast. Well, I think that the best way to approach it, and the rest of the staff thinks, is that we're still competing. We're competing really not against necessarily another team or the defense. We're trying to compete against ourselves to defeat how we were yesterday and be better than we were yesterday. So the biggest thing that we're teaching these guys is how important it is to compete every single day, and spring practice is a great opportunity to do that.
Having the chance now to coach with your dad. You were on staff first. It, at the moment, looked like your dad may not have the opportunity to come here, but then when he did, what really went through your mind knowing you'd have the chance to coach with your dad?
Well, first thing that went through my mind is I get a chance that not a very low amount of coaches get to do, and they get to coach with their father, but I get to coach with my father as well as my best friend. And to learn from the best offensive line coach in the nation is early in my career, I mean, it's an unbelievable opportunity, and like I said, not many people get a chance to work with their dad, also their best friend, and I'm blessed every single day. So even more so than it was before. I come to work every day, and it's not work. It's fun. It's a blast, and I learn everything. And obviously, having that dynamic is an interesting one, in a sense that sometimes you bring work home with you, maybe unintentionally, but it's never a straining situation. It's always a deal where I'm learning something, and I get to be around my best friend 24/7. It's great.
Specifically, you brought up how not everybody gets that opportunity to coach with their dad. Sometimes it's when they may be in the head coaching role, where your dad on the offensive line, so offensive and tight end really goes hand in hand. How is that really, I don't know if easier really is the right word to use, but what has it been like really trying to teach your guys, your group that you have, knowing you have somebody that you're obviously extremely familiar with literally right by your side?
It's been fantastic, and my coaching experience has been mostly on the defensive side of the ball thus far. So changing to the other side of the ball, that's a different dynamic. Just like these kids are, I'm learning too. But when you get a guy as experienced and knowledgeable and passionate about football as my father, I mean, to have that, to kind of have that teamwork dynamic. Not only do I respond to it positively and get that awesome experience, but the players get to see that too, because you get a knowledgeable guy in my father, and you got a young guy who's trying to learn from him every single day. That you're going to know that You're going to get, the good balance of, high energy and enthusiasm and excitement to be out there with the sage wisdom and the, hey, maybe, just let's kind of tone it down here a little bit. But you just get that really good balance. And I think it's worked out really well, and the guys are really responded to it. And I know I am.
You brought the championship mentality of the staff. That is something that many folks in this area have been really wanting to have here in Terre Haute.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing right now to really set that to lay that foundation, really beat them in the know? Look, that's not the expectation a year or two from now. That's the expectation now.
Absolutely, and it's really it's the detail. It's the emphasis in the details, the small things. It's the finishing through the line in the drill. It's the making sure that even if it is a walkthrough, it's executed with good habits. And I always tell my guys too, you have to practice good habits. You have to, and that to me is an extension of the detail and the emphasis in the small things. And the small things. What I always tell my guys too is the small things that you're working on right now and that you're emphasizing, you're going to get into a big game where it's fourth quarter and you're in a situation where it's really pressing, and the little things are what's going to show up. I think it's gone a long way so far because it seemed to be that we came in and stressed that, and these guys were right now we're ready to roll. That makes sense to us, and it's human nature to resist that at first, but we've got a group of guys that really bought into that fast, and it's been fun.
I think it's very clear in my first conversation with you, Coach Funk. It takes a lot for you to turn that switch on and get going for the day.
Yeah, I'm kind of a dud most times. But no, I'm really excited to be here, and it's been a lot of fun. And having a group of guys like this who are so eager to be great, it rejuvenates you as a coach every single day. I mean, rolling out of bed at 4:45 is easy when you got a group that you're going to like this group.
Coach, it's a pleasure to get to know you. Thanks so much for spending time with us, and look forward to the rest of spring ball.
Thank you so much. Appreciate having me.
Once again, that was Tyler Funk. For more on Coach Funk and the rest of the staff, stay locked in. There to go, sycamores.com.